thanks to the supporters of channel member Colin Green. This might be it, boys and girls. We've got a job interview, and it's a job I think I've got a pretty good chance of getting. If I don't get this job, I think I'm staying at Bedford forever, because I can't imagine there'll ever be an upgrade job that will take me, if not this one. Which is probably a sentence I shouldn't say at the interview, because it doesn't paint Wigan particularly attractively. But I mean, it's Wigan. We looked at them in the last episode. They're in a League One relegation battle, and they're not actually in the relegation zone, but they're in a relegation battle in League One. But obviously they're a considerably bigger club than Bedford, formerly of the Premier League, albeit not very long. And for most of their history, they have been down in the lower leagues or non-league, obviously in the lower leagues now, but they have got Mr. Tickle in goal, which is very, very exciting. The stadium is called the Brick Community Stadium, which for a man who moonlights as a Lego YouTuber, having brick in the title is phenomenal. But a 25,000 capacity stadium, obviously extraordinary compared to what we've got. And yeah, I think it would be a fantastic step up. It's also a club I've never managed before, I don't think. In fact, that's not true. I've not managed Wigan since like Championship Manager 2. Whichever one had Roberto Martinez and the other two Spanish players. Jesus Sieber, I think, was one of them. I think the other guy was called Diaz, and Graham Jones was up front, I think. It was a very good Wigan team when they were on their way up in the 90s. I think that was the last time I managed Wigan in any version of Football Manager or Championship Manager. So it would be exciting. Let's go to the interview and see what happens. Hello, Gary. How are you? Gary's expressionless. That's alarming. That's not what I want walking into the job interview. Hi, Gary. Really happy to be here. Yeah, the drive up was really good. Gary, are you all right? What's he saying? Expressionless. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We believe you could be the manager we want to take the club forward, but we would like to ask a few questions first. Okay then, Gary, let's see what we can do. Come on then. You've only managed one team throughout your career, because no one's given me a job. No one's offered me a job, really. I think it is a good thing. I have shown tremendous loyalty. Why do you want to leave your current job after doing so much good work? Yeah, my goalkeeper's injured. And we've hit a rough run of form, and we've got no money, and our stadium is small, and I think we're probably going to finish mid-table. Which one of that does that come under? It's time for me to take the next step, and hopefully that can be here. I think that works. It would be quite a change for you if you were to leave your current job to come here. Are you confident handling such a big jump? Is it that much of a big jump? I know they're a considerably bigger club, but in terms of league positions, they're like 8 places above us. And they're not like a mega big club. They're a small lower league club, I think. Yeah, I'm ready to make the step up. You've been in your current post for a long time. Why have you decided to move now? I think you already asked me that, Gary. Still expressionless. I need to titillate him. If he's not titillated by the end of this interview, I'm doing something wrong. It does demonstrate my tremendous loyalty. With your team currently defying expectations in the league, are you perhaps looking to take advantage of moving whilst your stock is high? I've defied expectations every season of my career. Is that an option? I've done a good job there. No, I've not taken them as far as I kind of have. It would be, no, we'll go for the top one again. Are you willing to assure us you do a better job of meeting expectations than your potential predecessor did? Yeah. My record speaks for itself. You'd be potentially replacing someone who did not enjoy a good relationship with our fans. Fans love me. Search for me on Reddit. You'll see how much fans love me. I can forge a strong bond with the supporters in every way possible. Every way possible. We've been performing well below expectations, even though we're on our best... What? We've been performing well below expectations, even though we're on our best run of the season. Could you get this team back on track? It sounds like you're already back on track, Gary. But yeah, I back myself to come in and make an immediate difference. I do. He's still expressionless. What have I got to do to get a reaction? He doesn't even have a face. How would you feel about working with current director of football, Gregor Rioch? I remember him playing for Posh in the 90s. Bruce Rioch's son, I believe. Utterly indifferent. Is that an option? I mean, yeah, I guess I'm happy to work with him. Top half finish. You are in the bottom half now, so we'll just agree to that. We're not going to try and exceed that. A transfer budget of £1.6 million sounds phenomenal. Yes, I'll take a piece of that. A huge wage budget as well. We'll take a piece of that. I don't need to ask for anything. We've already got all my coaching badges. The facilities are way better than I could ever dream of at Bedford. Gary's still expressionless. He is giving me absolutely nothing. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Gary's got to say. We're not actually playing the next match. We played the previous 2 matches in yesterday's video. So we're going to see how the job hunting goes. We might play some matches if we get no jobs. We might apply for some more jobs. We're seeing what happens. I really wish I could filter this screen. We've already applied for Swansea and got turned down. Aberdeen could be interesting. I mean, it's a huge long shot. I can't apply for Aberdeen. Queen's Park are also in the Premiership in Scotland. That feels like a step back. Queen's Park in the Premiership or St Johnstone, they both feel like a step down from Bedford. Right. Hull, we'll apply for Hull. Sheffield United will apply for. Oh God, Cambridge is available. Not a chance. Rotherham is interesting. We'll apply for Rotherham. Hampton and Richmond both available at the same time. And then these are the jobs that are currently insecure. So Wrexham in the Premier League or Middlesbrough in the Premier League could both be interesting. And obviously we won't get them. We just got turned down for a bunch of championship jobs. I think League One is a sensible next step. There's nothing really exciting internationally there aside from Aberdeen, which I can't apply for. Did anyone ever describe Aberdeen as exciting before? Germany. I don't think it's realistic at this stage of my career to be applying for jobs in Germany when I've got a job in England. I don't think I would want to do that. I'm happy with the applications I've made. Let's see what happens. Well, Sheffield United is another one that I've applied for and not even got on the shortlist for. I think it's becoming pretty clear that I'm not making a jump up to the Championship, which is an interesting FM26 thing, really, because I've made this League Two to the Championship jump before in multiple non-League to Legends, and never before have I tried to do it with a Continental Pro badge and a reputation. I've literally got a Continental reputation, a Continental Pro. See, Wigan are interested in me. A Continental Pro license. I've got elite authority. Championship clubs are just not considering. That's a weird thing with the reputation, because for me to have a Continental reputation, and that's 4 championship clubs now have just not even interviewed me. Something's not lining up there. Have I really got a Continental reputation? But all these national reputation clubs aren't even giving me the time of day? Or is that a little bit broken? I mean, to me, it feels more realistic for it to work this way. But I guess we'll see if any more League One jobs come up. Rotherham was there, but they've not offered an interview yet. We've got to play a pesky football match now. I'll crack on with these off camera. If anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. Oh, it looks like it's happening, boys and girls. As you can see, we've got the Wigan approach Chapman message there. The Bedford board have requested a meeting to discuss my future, which I don't read. See, the problem here, I don't know how this works on FM26 yet. I've not changed jobs on FM26. FM24, I know there was lots of problems associated with this, and I don't want to accidentally withdraw myself from this job. So I think I'm just going to see what they are offering me, and we'll just go straight into some negotiation. I mean, they're offering me a massive pay rise, so obviously I'm going. And I would say going with an asterisk if I can delay the job, because I am interested in just continuing to see what's out there. We've obviously applied for Rotherham as well, which is a more interesting job just for in terms of current league position. Rotherham are in a League One promotion race. Wigan are in a relegation battle. So I would say Rotherham is probably the more attractive of the 2 jobs currently, although Rotherham only have a region reputation, Wigan national, so more potential upside at Wigan. I mean, it's a big job. I mean, I'm talking myself into just going. Let's have a chat with my mate. Where is he? Is he still expressionless? Gary? He's very hard to read, that man. Right, 2 year up. Right, money. I don't know how much a house is in Wigan, but we want as much money as possible. Go on. So we can do £2,000 a week. That's over £100,000 a year. We are going to delay for a week. I really hope Gary does. I just want to see if Rotherham come back in for me. It would be irresponsible for me to just leap straight at this job when there are other jobs out there. Are you sure you want to? Yeah, I am sure I want to ask for a delay responding to this offer. Please don't reject the delay. I'm going to refuse to attend this meeting with Adrian. I feel awful doing it. Can I? Right. I know this is a little bit naughty. I'm saving. I want to see what happens in the meeting. My desired outcome. And again, applying the real world lens to this, in real life, which is the rules of non-intelligent, in real life, I have this meeting with Adrian and I make it clear I'm going. There's nothing he can do to convince me to stay. What I wouldn't do is resign in this meeting or accidentally withdraw from the Wigan job in this meeting. So we're obviously not going to hit back down. I'm not really willing to I've got no intention of changing my mind. I think my time here has come to an end. I think that's what I would say. I would escalate it. I would say that. I see, escalate. It's a harsh way to phrase it because I'm not escalating it. I'm just saying, look, Adrian, come on. We've done incredible things together for a number of years, but there's just not the money here. I mean, maybe I will do a suggestion. Let's have a look. I mean, really, I guess, yeah, it is the wage budget that's the problem. But I know the money's not there in the bank. I would be willing to stay if the wage budget was more generous. Now, what I don't want to do is click that, have the game give me an extra £300 a week of wage budget and auto withdraw me from the Wigan job. But I'm going to risk it because I think this is what I'd say in real life. I'd be willing to stay if the wage budget was more generous. We're not willing to consider this request while the club's financial position is projected to deteriorate. Let's hope the next time we have a meeting, it goes a lot better than this one. I mean, you set the agenda, Adrian. What did you think was going to happen? So we end the chat. I think I'm still in for the Wigan job. I don't really know how to tell. I think I am still in for that. We've already applied for Rotherham. Yeah, there you go. It says applied there. We've also applied for Hull and not had an immediate no yet. Or have we? I don't think we have. I think we applied for Mallorca as well. And Celta Vigo. I mean, there's no way we're getting that. That's consent, so that might be a bit silly. But if Wigan, as a national reputation club, are offering me a job, Cologne, I think we have to see what's out there. We can't apply for that one for some reason. And I can't apply for Queen's Park. Awesome. There's a lot of these apply for job is greyed out on, which is a little bit odd. Oh, hang on. Bristol Rovers has become available as well. So let's just apply for all of the national reputation ones. I'm not applying for Cambridge. That's ridiculous. Interesting that Cambridge are in League One. In my head, Cambridge are in the National League. Cambridge are in League One. Cambridge are just always in the National League in my head. Right, we've applied for everything I can apply for, I think. And now we've got basically a 2-week clock that starts from here, assuming it works the same way as FM24, where I'm definitely leaving in 2 weeks, probably to Wigan, unless something better comes up in the meantime. So we've agreed £2,000 a week for 2 years with Wigan. We're looking for a better offer, either in terms of money or I'll take £1,500 a week to live in Mallorca rather than Wigan, I think. There's your confirmation. Wigan have agreed to the delay, so we have got a little bit of breathing space to see what else is out there. One thing I will say now, mid-episode, rather than waiting for the end of the episode and confusing everybody, obviously, it's Christmas Eve. If you're watching this in the future, this video came out on Christmas Eve. I am now in a position where the next episode in the series is going to be part 1 with a new club. And it would be absolutely insane for me to release a part 1 with a new club on Christmas Day or Boxing Day or the weekend, which means the next 4 days really are problematic days to release the next video. So as much as it's very rare to go 4 days without a video, and I don't really want to, I think the sensible spot for the next video to come out in is Monday the 29th. So we're going to have a few days off for Christmas. You can get caught up on the series. You can watch some of my Lego videos if you want. But episode 1, whether it's with Wigan or whether it's with anybody else, episode 1 will be on Monday, because if I try and release on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, or a football filled weekend, it won't get the amount of views that it needs to get in the algorithm. It causes huge problems for the series. YouTube, silly algorithm things that we have to work around as creators. So I've not forgotten you. I've not stopped the series. It'll just be, it's sensible to wait until Monday to release that video. The exception to that, of course, is if I somehow balls everything up from here, end up accidentally withdrawing from all jobs, in which case there'll be Christmas Day Bedford tomorrow, maybe. Right, we didn't get Hull, we didn't get Elversberg. I think it is Wigan, isn't it? It's Wigan or nothing is what it's looking like. Or Mallorca. Imagine if we ended up falling on our feet and ending up in Mallorca. I'll definitely be keeping the match day vlogs going if I can do a business trip to Mallorca. And this is why we delayed, boys and girls. I don't know why Bedford's in red. That's interesting. But Rotherham are now offering me an interview, so it would be mad not to go. We're hanging out with James, who's neutral, which is slightly different, I guess, from expressionless. These chairmen don't love me the way I want them to love me. Yes, I'm a loyal man. Yes, next step. Yes, I would like a chance, please. Yes, loyalty. I mean, they're basically the same questions. Unless the players are lying to me, I don't believe things are as bad as... Well, hang on, what's this? A certain malaise seems to have crept into your squad and the players don't look happy. Why have you allowed that to happen? We're 4th in the league. I don't know that this is a thing that has happened. We're still getting results on the pitch, so I'm not overly concerned. Exactly. With your team currently defying expectations in the league, yeah, it's time for me to make the next step. I'm merely considering my options, and this club has been underperforming far too long. You're in a promotion race in League One and you're Rotherham. That seems like you're performing exactly where you should be, if not a little above, but don't let me offend you in any way. I am a motivator, as I just demonstrated. Rob Scott. Yeah, I'll work with him. And what are you asking for? Top half finish we can do. That is a much bigger wage budget than we're going to offering. I think they were like 100,000, so it's a bigger wage budget. There's no mention of a transfer budget here, though, which suggests there probably isn't one. So in actual fact, the money situation is fairly similar. It's potentially going to come down to who offers me the biggest salary. Oh, I'm not going to Mallorca. It's down to Rotherham or Wigan. Let's face it, they're much nicer places than Mallorca anyway. I'd rather go to either of them. And here is the offer from Rotherham. And it's not a very promising start because they're offering me no transfer budget. Yes, it's more wage budget for the players, but it's a much smaller salary for me. Wigan, we agreed at 2k. So I think we need to go in and say, look, it's 2k. 2k is what I want. It's £2,000 a week, or it's no dice. I mean, they're heading towards it. Well, there you go. It's not Rotherham. We've also had Cologne pull out. So unless something else has come up in the meantime, I think it probably is Wigan. Leicester is now available. Leicester, I mean, it's Premier League. There's not even any point applying for Leicester. Karlsruhe in Bundesliga 2 is interesting, as is Bochum. I need to learn the German pronunciations if I go to Germany. Bradford in League 2, yeah. No, I think it's Wigan, everybody. I think it's Wigan. And on that topic, Wigan are in for me again. So can we delay it for one more week? Excuse me, we agreed £2,000 a week before. Let's just remind everybody that's how much it is. And then I think we do one more delay. Just to see if any of those German jobs come in. And hope that they agree to it. They have agreed to the delay. Again, on all my years of experience playing Football Manager, you're usually only allowed 2 delays. So we are literally on a 7-day clock now as we wait for realistically any of those German jobs to come in. Results-wise, we've lost 1 and drawn 1 since all this has been going on. And we are 4th in the league, 10 points behind Barnsley. But let's just check in on the vacancies, see if there's anything new that's appeared. It doesn't look like anything new has appeared. Unless anything spectacular happens in a week's time, I've got to learn how to eat a pie in a bread roll. And in fact, there's the 2 German jobs come through as unsuccessful, not even been shortlisted. So the only interviews I got were Rotherham and Wigan, and obviously the Rotherham one did not go well. So we are now just ticking down the clock and waiting. I don't really need to focus on any of this stuff because I'm not going to be here in a couple of days' time. It's been real, Bedford. Not real. Oh, don't say that. It's been fun, Bedford. But this is it, I think. Well, we ended up also playing Tranmere, who we beat, and then we lost against top of the table Barnsley. So this is how we are departing Bedford, just outside the automatic promotion spots. And fingers crossed, whoever takes over from me can give us the push to get us the rest of the way there. But we are off to Wigan. It's the 3rd of January, 2031. I've done over 300 matches at Bedford. I think this is the longest I've ever spent at Club 1 of non-league to legend. But we are off to Wigan. Should we try and squeeze a little bit extra out of them? Because, you know. Oh, hello. Hang on, that's gone down to 1 year. I think that's just because it's ticked over. I think it was always June 2032. I'm not going to panic. What I am going to do is accept the job offer, say goodbye to Bedford, and hello to Wigan. I was expecting more fanfare. Maybe we need to do one more continue. Hello to Wigan. I mean, there's not a huge amount of... We'll do all this in the next episode. We're already over our wage budget. Oh, good Lord. It's going to be fine. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Big asterisk. Remember, next 4 days, not videos. Christmas. We'll be back on Monday with part 1 at Wigan. Have a very good Christmas. Thank you very much for watching.